Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today is the day when we're gonna have to winterize our geraniums, and look how pretty my geraniums have been this year. And so the first thing I do is you take off all the blooms, Willow.
Okay.
You just follow them right to there. You know, I know it's sad because they're still blooming beautiful, but we've had temperatures in the 30s. And so, it's supposed to be a cold weekend this weekend, but I'm just going to show you real quick. I take off these and then I'll stick them in a little thing just to keep them, just to enjoy them just a day or two longer. We're going to take off all these. I'm just going to set these right here. My old back. Now, try to move in just a little bit closer so you can see, hang on a minute, what I'm doing. Hang on there a minute. I want to save every one of these big stems. So all I'm doing is taking off the leaves, because you can leave your leaves on if you want to. But I don't want them all over my basement. I don't want them all over my basement. So Willow, we're just taking off the leaves. Break off the leaves or break off the plants or whatever. But I just want to show you, just for a second, how I'm leaving every bit. See how that comes all the way out to there? I'm leaving all the main trunk because that makes a bigger, better plant next year. I don't lose any of my the growth from this year. Just taking off the leaves is all I'm doing, and taking off the plants, the flowers. That's what I was going to say. It's harder for my fingers, so I'm using a pair of scissors for this. But let's just get this done and we'll be back and show you. I'm telling you, I had to get me a chair to sit in. My back, ooh-wee. I would probably be in, but it's just like picking beans or something. Look, you just take off your leaves. And I wanted to say, if you have a good place where it does not freeze, now, you can't put these up where it gets cold enough to freeze. You got to keep them, I would say, you got to keep them in the upper 48 to 50 degrees. 50s or whatever. It can be a little warmer than that. But you can put it in your basement. You can put them in your garage. But, had a break. But if you can just pick your pot up and take it to your basement or your garage, and leave it in your dirt. See, I take mine out of my dirt because this is the way I've always done them. Oh, mercy. It's the way I've always done them. Anything that I see is dead, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off while I am down in here, okay? And that way next year it won't be so bad. But this is like one plant in here, and it's been such a good year for the blooms and everything. It's just been a good year for all the greenery and stuff. But you have to fertilize them. I fertilize mine during the summer, but after I take them in, I pull them up out of the dirt. I will pull these plants up out of the dirt, and I will bring them into the basement. Look what a pretty bloom. Aren't they pretty? I will bring them into the basement, and I will not put any water on them. I don't do anything like that with them. Okay, we've got the leaves off of this one. And mainly I want to show you how to do one, just so I don't spread the video out getting any longer. But I just rock it back and forth and just give it a shake to get my dirt, off of it. And this is what I have. And all I do is lay this in just a bushel basket. If you want to, and I've tried to cut off any. There's a little, look at that little inchworm. Come here, baby. I'll let you go somewhere else, okay? Don't want to hurt it. But all I do is just lay this into a bushel basket. And then, watch this. I don't want to hurt it now. Ooh, that wind came out of nowhere. Hello, Lord. It's funny, it's not in the trees. It just came right through here. So I just get this off, just sort of shake this off, and then look. Next year, you're starting out with a plant this big. Save all that money, or if you're able, like say you've got them in a hanging basket. I've got 2 really big ones in a hanging basket. And this year I'm just going to pluck off in those hanging baskets. I'm going to pluck off all the leaves and I'm going to set them in the dirt in my basement. Okay. But right now, look how easy. I'm sorry, Willow. Did I get you? I got dirt all over. So here's one ready for me to just get the leaves and stuff out of there. And just put me some greenery for fall or Christmas or whatever. I just take some of our greenery that's growing here on our trees and I'll stick it down in there and make a little flower arrangement, put some red berries and stuff. But that's what I'm going to do to all these plants, plus 2 big hanging baskets. So if we're alive and the Lord hadn't come back to get us, next year I will definitely have my plants ready to go and just be ready to go. I mean, you can't beat that. You save that money. I'm going to take my 2 ferns that I have that Pop got me this year, and I'm going to cut them off cut everything off about that far from the pot that they're in. And I'm just going to set them in the basement this winter, and I might put a little water on them maybe 2 or 3 times in the whole winter. And so then I will bring them back out, and I'm just trying them because I don't normally keep ferns. I don't normally keep them. So this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we got. I hate to take them in. Here it is, almost the end of October. I hate to take them in because they were still blooming beautifully, but our temperature started dropping and we have to. We just have to. I don't have no choice, okay? And anything that's dead, just break it off. But leave all the rest of your plant. That's going to be new for next year, okay? Lord willing, and we're still here. Okay. Well, I'm going to go. Willow, come run here and holler at them. Just tell everybody bye. We can't see you there. There we go. Bye. I've got a helper today, thank God. We will see y'all next time. But this is how I winterize my geraniums. And I already have a video on there, but each year I try to do a new one of showing you how I replant them and everything. And so that's what I'll do spring, if the Lord willing, and there's no sign of frost. Then you'll see me bring them back out and put them. A lot of times I'll just add some fertilizer, some manure, and some stuff like that. And I've had years that I use my own dirt back over again. So, you know, I've got some Miracle Grow dirt. I'll throw me some in that come spring, and we'll be ready to go again, and we've saved all that money. So listen, I'm going to go. I love y'all, and I want you to know how much the good Lord loves you. He gives us these beautiful flowers, and I do expect that He thinks we should be good stewards of what He gives us, okay? So let's take care of them. Bring them in if you can. I know if you can't, you can't. If you don't have a place to put them, you don't have a place to put them. But I'm going to save mine, and I thank the Lord that He lets me be able to have a place to save them. Well, I'm going to go. I'll see you next time, Lord willing. Don't ever forget how much He loves us, okay? Bye-bye.